Alright, so imagine this. While I'm talking to you, I just shift the panel a bit to this side and you can see one of my older videos right here, right? So, but again, I want something more. So I shifted a bit as well and you can see some text over here. I'm reading an article. This is the beauty of multitasking and that's exactly what we are here to talk about today. And look at this machine. I mean, I can use it this way. 2 displays, 1 laptop, multiple applications. ASUS, what have you done? Now you see those big display workstations where multiple displays are running, multiple applications. People who work in the creative sector, who are working in the finance department of big IT companies are usually seen running such machines. The only problem is these people who work with these big desktops can't take their machines around, which is a big problem for them. And I think this machine kind of solves that problem. This is the ASUS Zenbook Duo, a multi-display laptop that's rocking pretty impressive hardware to begin with. But is it really practical? Is this what future laptops are aspiring to be like? I mean, the 2 display thing is a bit flashy, but do you actually need it? That's exactly what we are here to find out in this review of the ASUS Zenbook Duo. Now, this is the first time a laptop company has been adventurous with this kind of a design. I mean, we have seen Lenovo, HP experiment with dual screen form factors, but none like this. Now, you cannot bend this laptop. I mean, the hinge doesn't go beyond 180 degrees, which means you don't get that experience of a tablet. But this one does offer a desktop mode where you can have a vertical orientation of both the displays, which I think is a good option to have. Now the keyboard is detachable, which means you can also take it out and work with it separately. And you also get a stylus with this machines for the extra creativity that you want. Now the keyboard houses a battery inside it which can last you a week easily on a full charge, and that is a good thing as it charges when connected to the laptop, so you don't need a separate charger for it. The feedback with typing is good enough. I clocked somewhere around 37 words per minute on the Key Hero typing test with an accuracy of 84%. And the good thing is it sticks well to the entire body, so it doesn't fall off, as you can see. See? Now the stylus doesn't have a magnetic attaching mechanism, which is a bit of a bummer. But then this whole package with the keyboard is around 1.65 kilograms, which could be heavy for some users. I mean, it's not heavy for me because but in terms of other laptops like the MacBook Air in comparison are much lighter, but they do not give this kind of a form factor and design. The rear houses this adjustable kickstand that can open 90 degrees. I mostly used it in this kind of an orientation. Now, in terms of the ports assembly, it's surprising that the Duo offers only 1 Type A port. So if you are connecting one wired mouse with this one, you cannot insert another USB, which is a big problem. I need that extra Type A port. ASUS, no. Overall build quality is good, no complaints there. The hinge is pretty stiff and you get enough support for the 2-screen estate, and I think this is a fantastic design if you're looking for a multi-display machine for multitasking. Now they always say 2 is better than 1. I agree, which is why you get 2 displays here. Both are 14-inch Full HD OLED touchscreens firing pixels at 60 Hz. Now, while there is a slight difference in terms of the bezels on both these displays, they are still the same. So together they make an entire real estate of 19.8 inch. So that's a big canvas that you'll be working with. The upper display comes with a dedicated FHD camera, which has 3 cool AI features like auto framing and eye tracking, though the eye tracking never really worked that well for me. Alright, giving you a quick sample of the front camera. This is recording in 1080p 60 FPS, and this is the video quality output that you're getting. I just wanted to give you an idea of what the quality output is like, and also the audio quality from the microphone. Mind you, the display is reflective, and there should have been some kind of an anti-reflective coating here, because when light is falling on this, reading content will be a bit difficult. This is 500 nits of peak brightness, and the eye care tech will take care of the daily work. Watching content on it isn't that bit of a problem if you're watching under control lighting. Now, these are blacks, deep contrast, everything is spot on. And I also tested with the EIZO display test, and everything seemed proper. The touch response is also good, and it's protected by Gorilla Glass, which means it's scratch resistant. So even if you're using both of the touch displays, the interface, the entire display, the scratches, that won't be a big of a problem. The ASUS Zenbook Duo comes in 3 configurations: the Ultra 9, Ultra 7 and the Ultra 5 processor by Intel. Now this is the Ultra 9 that we have here. Comes with a dedicated Intel Arc graphics engine, 32 GB of LPDDR5 RAM and 2 TB of SSD. Now here are some of the results that we got from the benchmark that we ran on this laptop, just for your detail and highlight, because yeah, we have to show the performance benchmarks. Now the good thing is there is a separate neural processing unit which handles all of the AI features and applications that the laptop supports. It's great for basic multimedia work, run some of the basic online games that you want to run. Pretty smooth and no problem as such. Now I want to draw your attention to the 2 displays here and how I have been making use, well, best use of both of them. You can use this in multiple modes, by the way. There is a dual screen mode where you run 2 different applications with the keyboard detached. Now this mode was my personal favorite. Then there is a dual screen mode with a virtual keyboard. I'm not a fan of that one because I cannot type on glass. Yes, it looks cool in Hollywood movies, and to be honest, it's very difficult. It is not accurate. Typing fast is a problem, so not recommended. There is the desktop mode, which kind of rests on a vertical orientation in front of you, where you can run simultaneously 2 applications, 2 windows, multiple apps. So yeah, these are some of the modes that it offers. Now the good thing is, and something you will enjoy, is sliding applications from one display to the other, which is quite seamless, and switching tabs and all are like clockwork. The secondary display has these nifty gestures with which one can call the keyboard a control panel, even a writing pad for writing some notes. Like tapping it with 6 fingers on the secondary display gets you the keyboard, swiping with 3 minimizes all of the applications, 3-finger tap calls on the virtual keypad. So these are some of the features that you need to get used to. Now you will take a few weeks to get used to these gestures and controls. So my suggestion is read the manual properly before you start using the laptop, because practice makes perfect. For content management, you get this control center that shows all of the options to trigger different modes of the laptop. Now you are not restricted to just the 2 displays. Remember, there is an HDMI port, so you have an extra project that you want to project on a bigger screen, you can connect and do that. So you have more than 2 displays to operate with. Now I multitask a lot, switching multiple tabs, applications. It can become a bit inconvenient hitting Alt tab, Windows tab. Now the good thing is this design kind of fixes that problem for me. And the best part is just transitioning applications from one screen to the other is so easy. You don't have to go through tutorials to understand this. There are so many apps that you could be running simultaneously without disrupting your flow thought, and that the primary reason for a secondary screen kind of comes into play when you understand the essence of multitasking. You could have the option of running 4 apps on this window simultaneously on one screen, where the display kind of splits into 2. There are also a mode to split it into half. Basically, this is productivity on steroids. Now there are task groups that you can create multiple of these. So basically people who are juggling a lot of applications will definitely have use for this. Now speaking of extra hardware, I did try the stylus to express a bit of my creativity, and I found it to be just a handy addition. Not necessary as such, but just handy. I did struggle a bit with the display gestures, but I think it's all about getting used to the entire ecosystem. Now there are 2 built-in speakers that are loud. I want you to hear them, and maybe you'll get an understanding of how loud they can be. There is punchy bass, solid treble, and enough for whatever content that you are consuming, because they've been powered and engineered by Harmon Kardon, which is great. Now, overall, I think the Duo is a productivity, multitasking enabled Goliath that is offering the advantage of multiple displays in a single body. Not only that, it has the hardware and the processing power to manage so many applications at one time, which makes this entire package a very, lucrative, sweet deal. The Duo comes with a 65-watt Type-C power adapter in the box, which you can use to charge the laptop from 0 to 100 in an hour and a half. You can use these two of the Type-C ports for charging. And here's a quick look at the charging time that we recorded while using the charger. Now, the laptop houses a 75-watt-hour lithium battery inside it, and it can last you up to 5 hours with both the displays operating. I ran a few basic applications like Chrome and YouTube, with YouTube running 4K video and some of the Chrome tabs, my mail, everything running, and I could easily get 5.5 hours and without triggering the efficiency mode. However, if you run just one display with this one, the battery would be able to get you 8 hours with power efficiency mode on, which I think is great for something like this. So it's verdict time. Is the Duo practical? Does it give you an edge over other laptops in the market? Definitely yes. I never realized that working on two displays at the same time could be so practical, could be, utility driven and enhance my productivity. I mean, it's not a drastic change. I can still do the alt tab, but you definitely will not win the Employee of the Month by using this laptop, I promise you that. But it's more about practicality and the option it offers you, having two displays in front of you. Again, great option for students and people who are working in the finance sector, and this multitasking machine will definitely help you up your game. However, the cost could be a deal breaker for many, because the top variant of the Duo comes in at 2.40 lakhs, and the starting variant with the Ultra 5 processor and the 16GB RAM is 1.6 lakh. So does it make sense for you to go for the lower variant? I mean, you can. The multitasking might take a bit of a hit, because if you go for the Ultra 7, that makes more sense because you're getting more powerful machine with two displays. Remember, you're just not paying for the extra display, but what the insides can do for you to make you run so many apps. So think wisely before you make the investment. And I feel, for me personally, the Ultra 9 is the best of the option if you can afford it, and I would give in our Fiiber rating it a solid 8.5, because I just love the design, and I really think that future laptops really need to adopt a design philosophy like this. That's it for this video. I really hope you liked our review of the ASUS Zenbook Duo. What do you think about this design, and whether it's practical, something that you would like to use? Let us know in the comment section. And this is again Cyrus signing off. I'll see you next video. Please subscribe to Fiiber and keep watching us. Take care.